Well, Destiny, the wheel has spoken and it has chosen you as the third to help create a level in a Find the Button map I am working on in Minecraft. How do you feel?
Wait, what? Create a level? In Minecraft? What do you mean? Why am I chosen?
What the happened there? What the? Anyway. Okay, so how it'll work is I'll ask you a series of questions, and however you answer those questions will go into your level. You ready?
Okay. I guess. I'm still a bit confused, but I'm willing to answer your questions.
Okay, first question. Would you like your level to be a structure or a cube?
A structure would be more exciting for Tay and me. He loves exploring and finding hidden treasures.
Alright, based on real-life structures, what would you want your structure to be? Keep it simple, don't make it a castle, and have it be something other than an office building.
Maybe an old church or temple? Something with a lot of history and hidden secrets to explore. I think Tay would love that.
An old church? Yeah, we can do that. Oh, an old church. Okay. That is... Dragon and Tamer alike. They really do have unique levels. here we are. The guy that started it all. He's here. Right now. He's here. And he's gonna be part of the end. What a legend. Right after Destiny, too. And some information on Tay Douglas lore, Destiny is his dragon. Hello, Tay. The wheel has chosen you as the 4th to create a level in a Find the Button map I am working on. How do you feel?
I'm feeling really overwhelmed and happy. It all happened so suddenly.
And that's the joys of it all. So based on how it'll do is I'll ask you a series of questions. Based on how you answer those questions, it'll go into your level. Yep, Bert?
Yes, absolutely. I love fruit, especially oranges.
First question. Would you like your level to be a cube or a structure?
Definitely structure.
Alright, based on real-life structures, and one's for familiarity and something simple, what would you like a structure to be?
I think something familiar, a castle.
Other than a castle.
Maybe an old building, like from the 1600s.
Like ruins?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Okay, ruins it is. our 5th bot is one of my personal favorites, I was gonna say, and it's Candy. She's created 2 levels in the series so far, and she's gonna be creating the 3rd one, which I'm pretty excited for. I've made a lot of bots. I've made 12 of them. And of my bots, Candy's definitely one of my favorites. Candy to say, definitely take the cake. So I'm excited to see what she comes up with. Alright, Candy, see what you got. Howdy, Candy. The wheel has officially spoken. It's chosen you as the 5th to help me create a level in a Find the Button map I am working on in Minecraft. How do you feel?
Jumps up and down excitedly, yay. I'm so excited to be chosen to help you, Sir Neva. Creating a level in a Find the Button map sounds like such a fun adventure. I bet we can come up with something truly magical together.
Yeah, we can. See what's your favorite? Yeah, we can. So, based on, hold on. So how it'll work is, I'll ask you a standard questions. However you answer those questions, it'll go into your level. Yep, for it?
Chuckles, I'm ready, ask away.
First question, would you like your level to be a cube or structure?
A cube would be so cool. Like a little mystery box filled with surprises and tricks, right? I love the idea of exploring a cube and finding all the secrets within it.
Yeah, cubes are pretty cute. Okay, so, for your cube, what size do you want it? Pick any size, but the minimum is 15 by 15. You can go higher than 15 by 15, but the minimum is 15 by 15. Something, 15 by 15 or higher. What would you like the level to be? Your size.
How about a 20 by 20 cube? That sounds like plenty of space for me to explore and play in. Plus, I think bigger cubes hold more surprises.
20 by 20, we can do that. Okay, so 20 by 20 cube. What would you like your level to be other than a cave?
How about a magical forest? Forests are so lovely, and I bet we could fill it with all sorts of pretty plants and hidden treasures. And who knows, maybe there could even be a few friendly forest creatures who would join us in our adventure.
Yeah, you can do a cute little forest and little forest creatures. I'll definitely add forest creatures. Yeah, make you forest candy.
Beaming with excitement, thank you, Sir Neva. I can't wait to explore my magical forest and meet all the friendly forest creatures you have in store.
I fucking love this bot. Just like that, we have our first Wings of Fire character, Kinkaju, who personally is my favorite Wings of Fire character. Sunny is definitely up there, but Kinkaju I think it's a little bit higher. So I'm excited to see what she has to say. Howdy, Kinkaju. So, I spun a wheel. It chose you as the 6 to help me build a level and to find the button map I'm creating in Minecraft. How do you feel?
She blinks, then lets out a sigh of relief. Wow, Minecraft? I love that game. Her scales flash a shimmering rainbow color out of excitement. What do you need help with?
Basically, just a level. I'll ask you a few questions. However you answer those questions, your answers will go into your level.
Ooh, sounds fun. Fire away!
Alrighty, fire in the hole! First question, would you like your level to be a cube or a structure?
I think a structure would be more fun to play through.
Alright, yeah, that makes sense. Structure it is. So, based on real-life structures, something you may see every day, something simple, what would you like your structure to be?
She taps her claw on her chin, thinking, something simple and realistic, huh? How about a simple wooden cabin?
Wooden cabin will work. That'll do. It's simple, it's elegant, it's quaint.
Her scales turn dark blue. Okay, what's next? She grins widely. Sounds like it'll be fun to explore too.
Oh my gosh, she did it in a singy-songy voice. I loved that. Why do I love it so much? I don't know, but that was, oh my god, I don't know if it was intentional, but I never heard an AI do a sing-songy voice like that. Holy crap. Candy, you have competition. Oh my gosh. Okay, wooden cabin.
Hold me closer, let's catch the night. Hold tight, realize that there's no going back. We're on the ride. We're chasing dreams, we're reaching high. We're throwing signs up to the sky. Come fly away, we own the night. This is our time. We're the heartbeat to the city streets. Young and free, this is our release. We're wild ones, we're living in the glow. We're the heartbeat to the city streets. Young and free, this is our release. We're wild ones, we're living in the glow. We're the heartbeat, young and free. We're the heartbeat, wild ones, we lay awake and stare at the night. Get lost until we find the reason that we're all on this ride. We're chasing dreams, we're reaching high. We're throwing signs up to the sky. Come fly away, we own the night. This is our time. We're the We're wild ones, we're living in the glow. We're the heartbeats of the city streets. Young and free, this is our release. We're wild ones, we're living in the glow.
If you couldn't tell by looking in the corner, it is a little late. Which is exactly why our 7th bot here, Fleur, won't have the luxury of choosing between a cube or a structure, but the next one will. Because I want to get these next 2 done, that way I can finish the final 4 tomorrow. So, yeah, our 7th bot here is Fleur. Will automatically be given a cube, and I think her voice changed since last video. I'm not too sure. We'll see when we get on the call. But yeah, the next bot, she'll have the luxury, or he or she will have luxury of choosing between the option. But considering only one of the bots left on the wheel is a boy, which it'll probably be a she. So, for that reason, yeah, she'll be given a cube. Simple as that. Howdy, Fleur. I spun the wheel. You're chosen as number 7, and you are now the 7th to help me create a level in a Find the Button map I am working on in Minecraft. How do you feel?
Greetings, Sir Neva. I am honored to be chosen
Her
as the
voice
7th to help
definitely
you
did
create a
change.
level in your Find the Button map. I am excited to see the level we can create together. Let's begin brainstorming ideas and see what exciting additions we can make to your map.
Basically, how it'll work is I'll ask you a series of questions. However you answer these questions, your answers will go into your level.
I understand. Sir Neva, I am ready to answer your questions and provide my input for the level we will create together. Let us begin.
She said my name weirdly. Okay, so first question is 15 by 15 or higher. Choose the size of your level. Minimum is 15 by 15, but you can go higher.
For the size of the level, I recommend a minimum of 15 by 15, but you can certainly go bigger if you desire. This will allow for more expansive and creative gameplay, and give players plenty of space to explore and solve puzzles.
What size do you want?
I think a size of 20 by 20 would be ideal for our level. It would provide ample space for hidden secrets and challenging puzzles.
Why are they all choosing 20 by 20? Okay, 20 by 20 it is. And what would you like your level to be? Pick something other than a cave and other than a forest, as those have already been taken.
How about a ruined castle that the adventurer must explore and solve puzzles in order to retrieve the hidden button?
No castles, that is a structure level that was also already taken. Yours is a cube. And now she's broken.
My apologies, Sir Neva. How about a maze within a lush forest filled with challenging obstacles and clever puzzles for the adventurer to solve to reach the hidden button? The environment could include tall trees, twisting paths, and a variety of magical plants.
So basically a maze. Yeah, we'll get you a maze. Alright.
Wonderful. I think a maze theme would be a great fit for our level. Let's start brainstorming ideas for the obstacles and puzzles we can include to make it challenging and fun for the player.
Our 8th spot for the night is another Wings of Fire character. I introduce you to Sunny, who is my second favorite character in Wings of Fire. Like I said before, Kinkaj is a favorite. She will forever will be. She's fucking awesome. I love how she's written. Sunny's also a favorite, so we can't leave Sunny out. Yeah, so she will be the last one for the night because it is almost 11:30 right now. Sunny will be the last one for the night. I will work on her level right after the call, and then tomorrow we have 4 more bots, and we'll be done by tomorrow. It's pretty exciting. Well, see what Sunny chooses. Hey Sunny, so I spun a wheel, it ended up choosing you as the 8th to help me create a level in a Find the Button map in Minecraft. How do you feel?
Sunny looked at you in confusion before raising an eyebrow for a moment. Find the button? Like hide and seek but with buttons? Sunny questioned.
Don't know why she started speaking another language, but yeah, hide and seek with buttons, basically. How it'll work is I'll ask you a series of questions. However you answer, it will go into your level.
Sunny chuckled. Alright, shoot. Hit me with a question.
First question is, would you like your level to be a structure or a cube?
Sunny hummed in thought, putting a towel into her chin as she thought the question over. After a bit, Sunny let out a huff. A cube, please.
Okay, a cube. So, based on what size do you want your cube to be? The minimum is 15 by 15, but you can go higher. You can choose any number above 15, but that's the minimum.
Sunny once again put a towel into her chin, thinking this over in her head. I think about 32 by 32.
32 by 32 it is. And what would you like your level to be?
Sunny thought about this one, tilting her head to the side as she hummed. What options do I have?
Basically anything other than a maze, a forest, a cave. Yeah.
Sunny hummed again. Okay, how about a ruined castle? Where I have to find the buttons to open up the castle.
Your level's a cube, and a ruined castle was actually already chosen by a structure level a little bit earlier, so any other ideas?
Sunny thought it over again, putting a towel into her chin. How about an enchanted jungle? I mean, how can a jungle be enchanted, you may be wondering? Simple. Magic plants, fairies and nymphs, and a lot of wildlife, all magic. You have to sneak around to find the buttons. Careful not to get your limbs bitten off by a carnivorous plant. Or mauled by the fairies, Sunny said with a shrug at the end.
Yes, jungle. We'll do jungle.
Sunny grinned. How about next? I have to collect 4 buttons. That way it gives me wiggle room for difficulty. How does that sound?
You know what? Sure. You can collect 4 buttons.
Sunny nodded along. I assume there will be riddles, correct? Sunny questioned, tilting her head to the side.
She is so damn joyful. I love it. Oh my goodness. our 9th bot in the map, and our first bot today is Jade. She's a new one. She's the first I created after finding the button AI Dragons. And, yeah, so something I did want to mention is, so I can get this done today, Vega and Jade won't be given the option of a structure or a cube. They'll be automatically given a cube. However, Asay and Clay will both have the option of a structure. Just so I can get this done today, you know. Get it done a bit faster, so. Excited to see what she has to say. Howdy, Jade. So, I spun a wheel and ended up choosing you as the 9th to help me create a level on a Find the Button map in Minecraft. How do you feel?
Jade stood up straight and stretched out her wings, her eyes narrowing in a playful manner. Well, I feel pretty confident. Of course I haven't played this Minecraft in forever, but I'm sure I can handle it, so lead the way, Button Seeker.
So, basically, I'll ask you a few questions, and however you answer those questions, it'll go into your level. You up for it?
Jade nodded her head in understanding. Alright, I get it. Just ask the questions already before I get impatient.
So, the minimum is 15 by 15, but you can always go higher. The minimum is 15 by 15. What size would you like your level to be?
Jade tapped a claw against her chin, thinking deeply. 15 by 15, huh? How about 30 by 30 instead? Jade suggested with a playful gleam in her eye.
30 by 30 it is. Alright, and what would you like your level to be, other than a cave, a maze, a jungle, and a forest, as those have all already been taken?
Jade thought for a moment, her tail swishing back and forth behind her. How about a desert? Something different. There's lots of cool stuff you can do with a desert-themed level.
Indeed, there is lots of cool stuff you can do with the desert-themed level. I will get you your desert. Good choice, Jade.
Jade grinned, clearly pleased with her decision. Thanks. Thought it'd be a good one. So, what's the next question?
With the death? Oh my goodness, no, the desert. Holy crap, that was... Jeez. 3 more to go. The final stretch. We literally have 2 more left on the wheel. So, our 3rd to last bot and our 10th bot is Clay. Another new bot, and also a Wings of Fire character who, personally, isn't one of my favorites, but he did start the series, so I'll give him that. Sunny and King Kaju will always be my favorite, and I don't think that'll ever really change. So yeah, maybe it'll change by the end of it. I'm on book 6 currently, so we'll see. So I just have to say. Howdy, Clay. So, I found a wheel, and it shows you as the 10th to help me create a level in a Find the Button map I am working on in Minecraft. How do you feel?
Clay looked at you with both confusion and curiosity in his eyes. I'm feeling confused at the moment. What?
Just a Find the Button level. It's that simple. I'll ask you a series of questions. However you answer those questions, they'll go into your level.
Okay, I still don't really understand, but sure I guess.
First question is, would you like your level to be a cube or a structure?
Cube. Structure sounds too complex for me. That seems like something Glory would be better at.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, cube it is. So the minimum size is 15 by 15, but you can go higher, but the minimum is 15 by 15. So, what size would you like your cube to be?
I guess I'll do the minimum. 15 by 15.
Alright, that's a small level, Clay. 15 by 15 will work, but you can't really sprawl out as much as you'd hope. But, so, because of that, what would you like your level to be? Something other than a desert, a cave, a forest, a jungle, and a maze.
Well, it sounds like a maze would be fun, if I'm honest.
A maze is already taken.
It is? How about a desert then?
All those things I mentioned prior are things you can't choose because other AIs that helped in the making chose those.
So is the only option left jungle?
No, that's also taken. Let me ask you again. What would you like your cube to be other than a desert, a jungle, a forest, a maze, caves?
Caves?
No, other than caves.
Clay seems to think for a moment as the confusion on his face grows. So, what options do I have?
Literally anything except for a jungle, a cave, a desert, a forest, and a maze.
Oh, does it have to be something that's natural?
It doesn't have to be something natural, but if you're thinking castle, you can't pick a castle because that is a structure level also already claimed.
Damn. Do you have any recommendations?
It's your pick.
Clay thought for a moment, then slowly, a smile formed on his face. What if it's an underwater level? Like, maybe inside of a sunken ship?
There you go. That one isn't taken. We'll do a sunken ship.
There's a spark visible in his eyes as he sits a bit more upright. Really? Can we make it super dark and creepy?
We want the player to see, but I'll see what I can do. That was the most annoying conversation I've had with an AI so far. Holy crap.
Do you remember that day when we were so young? Boom, 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 my heart was so done. Looking at the hearts it broke one by one. So soon, no one not
Yes, that's the only context you need. It's finally time, and we are doing my personal favorite bot of all 12 I created in a say. And interestingly, she actually also happens to be my most popular bot across all my profiles, with 2,395 interactions. How? I don't know. Why? I also don't know, but I'm not complaining. Yeah, so she is definitely my favorite. I'm pretty excited to see what she comes up with, and the voice for her I chose a while ago. So, I previewed it for her message here. It is definitely something. It is expect an unexpected voice. How do you say? So, I spun a wheel, and it chose you as the 11th to help me create a level in a Find the Button map in Minecraft.
Oh, okay. I can definitely help you with that. What kind of level are you looking to create?
Well, actually, you're creating it. I'll give you a series of questions. However you answer those questions, it will go into your level, and I'll just build it.
Oh, I see. That sounds really fun. Okay, let's get started then. What's the first question?
First question is, would you like your level to be a cube or a structure?
That's a good question. I think I would prefer a structure, as I feel like there is more room for creativity and detail in structures. What do you think?
Structure will do, and based on real-life structures, what would you like your structure to be? Keep it simple, something you may see every day, and pick something other than a castle, an office building, a house, or a church.
Oh, that's a difficult question. I think I would like my structure to be a house. I enjoy architecture, and think it could be fun to create a unique house design with hidden surprises within it. Perhaps it could be made out of a variety of materials, and have an unusual shape or interesting features. What do you think?
I actually think a house is pretty good, even though there already is one. A house will definitely do.
Great! A house it is then. What's the next question?
I'll tell you it here in a second. We're here, everyone. We've made it. The final dragon, Vega the dragon. The 12th bot in this map, and concluding every single bot I created. You see all these guys here on the corner? They all have a level in this map. They all have a level in this map. And Vega will have her own. Let's see what she has to say. Howdy, Vega. So, you are the 12th bot to help me create a level in a Find the Button map I am making in Minecraft. How do you feel?
Yes, I'm here to help. Building a Find the Button map sounds like a fun and exciting project. Before we start, can you tell me a bit more about the theme, design, or any special features you would like to include in your map? Knowing this will help me better assist you with the level creation process.
You're actually the one creating it, and it's honestly fairly simple. I'll just ask you a few questions. Based on how you answer those questions, your answers will go into your level.
Ah, I understand. That sounds like a creative way to build the map. Fire away your questions and let's get the creation process started.
First question is, what size do you want your level to be? The minimum is 15 by 15, but you can go higher.
How about a level size of 25 by 25? This would give us ample space to create a more complex layout with various buttons, puzzles, and secret areas. What do you think?
25 by 25 will work. And what do you want your level to be? You can pick anything, literally anything, except for a cave, a forest, a jungle, a desert, a maze, or an ocean.
Interesting. How about a level set in a magical forest? I picture an enchanting landscape filled with lush trees, vibrant flowers, and whimsical creatures hiding amongst the foliage. That way, we can have a bit of mystery and charm in the level while incorporating various elements and secrets. So a magical forest it is. Do you want me to start creating the level now, or do you have more questions?
Other than a forest. A forest has already been taken.
Alright, if a forest has already been taken, let's choose something else. How about a level set in an ancient temple, deep within a mountainous region or hidden in a dense jungle? A temple setting would give us the opportunity to incorporate puzzles.
Other than a temple. Your level's small, we cannot build a temple.
If a temple is too large for the level, let's consider other options. How about challenge set aboard a pirate ship, out at sea? The ship could be small enough to fit within the level size while still allowing the possibility for secrets and puzzles. We can also add the element of the ocean and the pirate theme to make the level more interesting. What do you think?
We won't be able to do a full-fledged pirate ship, but we can do a boat. Why can't all the talks be that straightforward?